Can't go like this. I'm gonna do something.
Hey there everybody, and welcome to the final update for Phantasmagoria. This is Niggeroth deciding for some reason that the climax should be a spoken affair. That's actually for a particular reason. Mostly it becomes very frantic and hectic, and don't really want you to miss any of the action on screen having to read subtitles, so hopefully it's not too much of an inconvenience. But we are, as I said, in the final chapter. I'm just going to go have a last quick look at the painting over here to see what we've been given. Yeah, that's, we'll be finding out what that is later, but it's definitely not something pleasant, to say the least. But we have a few items to collect before we get into the real meat of the chapter itself. It won't take too long to get those items, but they might be a bit hard to figure out, I suppose, if you're not actually sure of what to do here. Especially considering that we do still have a few items, but really those few items aren't going to get much use, especially the poker and the hammer, the keys. Really, we're pretty much done with those for the most part, even though they could be viable weapons. Adrienne seems to forget they even exist. Now it seems there's been a bit of a kerfuffle in the nursery here. The normally possessed painting has for some reason been smashed, and there's a shard of glass on the floor. The point of this shard of glass may not be apparent right now, but I will be showing off its use, even though it's purely optional. Now you may notice that Dawn's workroom over here has been opened up, but we actually do not want to go in there yet. That will actually trigger you getting to what I would like to call the point of no return, pretty much. And you kind of screw yourself a bit if you do decide to go in there. So we're going to go collect the rest of the items we need. If you remember kind of the plan that Malcolm outlined in the previous chapter, it'll give you an idea of some of what we have to get, such as the spell book, but let's not even go. Let's leave.
What?
So the demon has decided that it does not want us leaving, and, you know, there's not going to be any outside help for us at this particular point in the game. Not that there has been really any outside help to begin with, but, you know, Adrienne is a strong 90s woman. She can deal with it. But one of the first items that we're going to go look for right now is the spell book that, if you remember, is located in the walled-off chapel. Or at least it was here before. It seems like the box that had the spellbook is now empty. Though Adrienne won't actually respond thusly until we actually click on it.
What the hell?
Not really sure why she has to think so in-depthly about an empty box, but whatever. But we can go get the other item, which I think Malcolm referred to as a holy or sacred item. There is actually one waiting for us in the Carnavash crypt. If you may remember, Marie was buried with something that looked like a rosary or crucifix. So we're going to go steal that from her grave now. But yeah, sadly in the previous chapter they decided to not actually specify what the plan was to you, but I assume it's mostly because there was no actual plan. Possibly Malcolm had passed out after mentioning the book, or Adrienne just stopped paying attention. It's hard to say. So there is a nice shiny item sitting on top of Marie's coffin or crypt. So let's go ahead and pick that up. Thankfully, we are not required to break open the death grip that Marie's corpse had on this item. It's good, but it still doesn't really explain how the cross actually got outside of the crypt itself. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, so we have our holy item. We actually just need one more item, which is back in the theater in Dawn's vest. Dawn, having fully turned into the mustard and ketchup kabuki artist that we saw, has now gone completely insane, but thankfully we don't have to deal with him just yet. So with that, we actually have all the items we need right now. Just wanted to show off the Christmas ornament real quick, the Deus Ex Machina, if you will, of the story. But yeah, with that, we're actually going to head back up to, you know, Don's little workspace and see what he's been up to. And I do have to specify, this is the point of no return, so hopefully if you're playing this, you've gotten all the items.
Oh my God.
You like my work?
Oh my God.
A woman's body is a wonderful thing, but the head is useless. a very good subject, Adrienne. You cooperated with me very well.
So yeah, Don's gone full crazy and probably a Reddit person that goes to men's rights forums, but we are in a desperate struggle with him right now. What's the best thing to do? Well, maybe a bit hard to see, but there's some Drano over here. A drain cleaner. And we melted his face, so hey, game over, we won. Just gonna chill here, bask in our victory. Or we didn't win. Nope. We're dead. And with that, that's first death of the game. We have expired, so we're seeing this new option here, and it allows us to, you know, redo time, see if we can't get this right. So we'll go back to splashing him in the face with some acid. Go ahead and pick up this book, and that'll allow us to continue on. Pretty easy, eh? Actually, if we wanted to, we could actually run out of the room and try to run around the mansion to try to escape Dawn. You can go to a lot of different rooms, you can go in the secret passageways, you can do a lot of stuff, but there's also a lot of chances for you to get caught by Dawn and immediately be choked to death. So this is more or less if you need to still go back and collect some of the items you missed, but really for us it's best to just go ahead and collect them beforehand so we don't get caught by Dawn and choked to death. Now, another way that you can escape from Dawn is to run up to the nursery. If you remember that shard of glass, there's actually a different scene you can get here in the nursery.
I'm gonna catch you! Adrienne! Adrienne! Adrienne!
Yeah, that looks like that really fucking hurts with the CG glass.